You are listening to the Inverted Creative Podcast. I'm Allison.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Jen.
Well, happy 1-year anniversary, guys.
Where did that year go? It's like,
Yeah.
Seriously, not even being corny.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I can't believe it went this quick, guys. I can't believe people have been listening to us for an entire year.
Well, hopefully they have anyway.
Yeah, hopefully you have.
Well, even if you listened to all 27 or just one, we are very appreciative of it.
For sure. It's been a very eye-opening experience for me.
Yes, definitely for me as well.
Well, we have a little 1-year celebration episode, if we could call it that. Before we get into that, do we even have any trip recaps? I don't think any of us have done like anything the last couple weeks.
I went to Great Adventure,
Oh, okay.
my home park, but it's really not my home park growing up, but I haven't been there really in years, like other than a handful of times. Oh, did I talk about this actually? I think I talked about this now that I'm thinking about it.
I don't even remember.
I'm pretty sure I talked about this in our last episode. If I didn't, Great Adventure Haunt was very good. I think that even though that park is struggling with the things that have happened to it in the last year, the park looks beautiful. I feel like they're taking really good care of it. I haven't seen it look that beautiful in a really long time. And the haunt was very nice.
I think you did talk about it now that I think about it. Because you did Dorney as well.
Yeah, I did Dorney. Yeah.
Okay.
So I must have talked about it. Sorry, guys, forgot. But yeah, I was very impressed with how well the buildings looked and like the areas looked. It was very clean and very put together.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it's been a little bit since I've been on. I went to Epic Universe for the first time.
Ooh.
I won't talk too much about it because, I wanted to know before I went, or what I didn't want to know before I went. And unfortunately, this was during the time when Stardust was closed. Obviously, understand why, but on a personal level, huge bummer. I was telling these guys before we got on, if I had to pick a coaster that I'm going to miss out on, at least it's in a place that I go to very frequently.
Yeah, you will be back for sure.
Yeah, I would rather miss Stardust than have missed anything in Europe, which I did not, so very thankful. Park is great. Monsters, Ministry, both world class. Still don't know which I like more. The park as a whole is gorgeous. It's nice to get to another Super Nintendo World because I did the one in Japan. Shockingly, as busy as it was at Epic, it was less busy than the experience in Japan. That was nuts. So, very thankful it wasn't shoulder to shoulder this time. Dark Universe is amazing. Isla Burke made Megan cry. Hiccups is adorable. My only complaint is that they need more attractions because when Stardust is closed, it's kind of a family park. They need another high thrill experience.
Yeah, I agree.
Overall, wonderful. Cannot wait to get back.
Same. Soon.
Yeah, so a lot sooner than I will be. I'll be going in January, so not that far off.
I will be able to do a quick quick trip recap.
There you go.
In a few episodes.
Oh, man.
I can listen in this time.
Yay. What about Jen?
I don't know your dates, so I don't know. Because I actually do think, I have an epic day on the horizon as well.
Wait, is this the first episode where there's no parks that I can be spoiled for me now? Because it was Fantasyland Europa, that's gone. Then it was Epic, that's gone. It's really just Allison with Efteling now.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it the only major one that you can't have spoiled?
For me, yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I don't think there's anything like Liseberg or... Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, in terms of parks that people don't like getting spoiled, yeah. I just need that.
Valhalla at Alton Towers. Is that Alton Towers or Blackpool?
Blackpool.
Blackpool, maybe that
Which
one.
I did not do that when I was there.
You're a wimp?
I did not want to be soaked.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't want to look like I just jumped out of a pool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I might end up back at Blackpool because that was one that I did get spited by. It was a big one.
That's true. You did.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, let me get the negative out of the way real quick. So yeah, sorry to start the anniversary with a bit of a sad announcement on my end. Not a completely devastating announcement, but I think the signs were already there. To be fair, there's been some episodes I haven't been on, and so this is not permanently. I will be around, but as far as being a regular host on the podcast, I will be taking a step back. I'm a full disclosure guy. A couple months ago, Allison and Jen and I had a huge falling out. No, I'm only kidding.
Wow.
I was like, where is this going?
I hate
me. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I want to make it very, very clear. This has absolutely nothing to do with them. I love them both very much. Two of my best friends in the world. I just think, as we should do in life, we should experiment with different things, especially within our hobby. I think, this kind of came up when we had Mike on, Airtime Mike. And the question came up of, would you rather do YouTube? Do you like doing YouTube more? Or do you like doing podcasting more? He said podcasting, and I think I flat out said then, no, I actually like YouTubing a lot more. I've just felt that I don't know if podcasting is necessarily for me. At least, again, on a regular episodic basis. I did mention in that interview that I tend to be more of an introvert. And I think as fellow introverts might know, we have days where we just don't want to talk to anybody. It could be close friends, it could be family, it could be my wife. They're just days like, yeah, and it's not like there's necessarily anything wrong. You're tired, your social battery's low. And I feel like semi-frequently I was having one of those days and it was recording day. And it's like, I don't want to talk for an hour and a half or 2 hours right now. And then consequently, a second part of that is I've learned my favorite thing to do in this hobby is to talk about my personal experiences riding coasters at parks. And that's kind of it. And I've learned, I don't necessarily think that, the behind the scenes stuff I don't think I'm the voice for that because I don't take a huge interest in it myself. And I felt like there's a lot of topics that we've talked about. While I've enjoyed talking about them, a lot of them I didn't really feel too experienced in and kind of out of my league. I've learned I love the guests that we've had. I've learned I don't necessarily love interviewing people. I'll talk with you all day as a friend, no problem, but it's more like the questioning, not something I was very comfortable with. So all that combined is basically why I won't be here every episode. That being said, if Allison and Jen will obviously keep me in the loop, if I feel there's a topic that I feel is pretty natural, that I feel a good expertise in, I'll be here. I think trip recaps and stuff, I'll be here. Obviously, Coaster Madness next year, I'll be here. And I cannot thank these two enough for their unbelievable understanding. You both could have been like, what the heck? How could you leave us? And you weren't in the slightest. So
no.
Yeah.
Life before podcast.
Any questions for me?
I was trying to think of something witty, but I couldn't think of something quick enough.
Yeah, no. I'm still caught off guard by you saying we had a falling out. It really got me.
Did we really? Don't make me
things, close to the chest sometimes.
No. Wow.
You know me. If I was ever
when I yelled about Voyage.
That was it. Yep. Reached my limit.
That was just crossing the line right there.
No, you know me. If I was ever upset with either of you, I would let you know, immediately. So none of that.
Yeah, this. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, knowing that announcement was coming, this has all been a learning experience. I mean, I've never done podcasting before. Brian's never done podcasting before. Jen, you have, but I didn't know how I was gonna feel about podcasting a year into it. So
I think too, it's like I technically, if you count my channel as a job, which I do, I have like 3 jobs going on right now, so I feel like I don't really have a lot of time to. Not that we require much research for this podcast, but I don't like half bleeping things, and I felt like that's what I was doing for some of the episodes, and I like fully diving into something that I'm passionate about. So
I like the self-censoring there, baby.
See, I'm learning.
I should take you saying bleeping and then just sometime Jen cusses, just put that over in.
Listen, we're only up to like 3 for me.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah,
no, I've done it more, I think, to be fair.
What?
I think I've sworn more over the history of this podcast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did too, even counting my one that slipped last week.
I should go back through my notes and count it.
Love that. Yes, you should.
It does have a nice little. Oh, that would have been what a fun little like 1 year anniversary. That would have been.
Here's who's cussed this many times.
Yeah, guess who has cursed more? Brian and Jen. An extra credit if you guess the number.
And guess who has 0?
Right, Miss Professional over here.
Well, it comes with working in a school for 10 years.
That's fair. But anyway, enough negativity. Like I said, I am not forever leaving this podcast. Yeah. I'll still be around. So if that's good news or bad news for whoever's listening, so be it. So,
do we need to change the intro music?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if I'm not on regularly, you can just say Allison and Jen. But if then I'm on, you throw me back in there.
Sounds like a lot of.
Keep it on the back burner in case he comes back.
Switch out the intro music. Yeah, well, it's all things that we'll figure out how to navigate going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it work. Time. Well, we will miss you the episodes that you're not here.
And I'll miss you guys. I'll miss talking to you guys for sure. That was like the one thing. It's like, well, I love talking to you guys.
I know.
It was just an hour and a half on, I don't know, some random topic we haven't talked about. Trees in the parks. Yay, let's.
Oh my gosh, we need to get Amusement Insider in on a tree episode because did you guys see his TikTok he posted? This is like when Epic first opened.
I don't have TikTok.
Where he ranked his favorite trees in Epic Universe. It might be my favorite TikTok. It's so funny.
Did you just throw trees out randomly, Bryant?
Yes.
And the fact that Jen was able to.
I know, right? What the heck? Well, there's your guest for that episode. There you go. You already found.
Yeah, we have a guest for it. Let's bring him on to talk about trees. It was such a funny TikTok. I'll have to go find it. I think it's on Instagram too. I'll have to go find it and share it on the podcast. It was so funny.
We'll reference that when we do the tree episode in honor of Bryant.
I feel like now I have to be a part of the tree episode. I'll be missing out.
Yeah, especially with like someone as entertaining as Austin lecturing us on the best trees in Epic Universe. Fantastic.
It's all about growth, right?
Sorry.
Anyway, Allison, you have some other plans that I will be a part of. If you want to mention that.
Where are my notes? Yeah, we have a lot of things that I've kind of been working on in the background to expand my work in the hobby, I guess. I'm just giving more work for myself in all honesty.
Your hobby portfolio, how about that?
Yeah. So the first one is me and Jen have been doing a lot of stuff working on this as well. Well, not as much as I should have yet. However, this is all to say, we are planning to launch a Patreon for the podcast. Mostly because I pay for Zencastr out of pocket and I would love to just do something to kind of recoup those costs. But also we have a lot of other content that we kind of want to do. We put on a professional front for this podcast to some degree. We are not like that all the time. And we kind of want to share more of our personality with the listeners, get to know us a little more.
Yeah. I feel like this I feel like that's really going to be why I'm excited for it. We're going to be able to drop a little bit of our um professionalism and really get raw with you guys,
Yeah.
or unhinged.
Yes. Unhinged is the word that we are using.
Brian's losing it over my use of the word raw.
I can't. Inverted Creative Unchained. Sorry, I'm on an Epic Universe kick now.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're working on a few tiers of that. You are not going to lose your podcast experience if all you want is the podcast. That will forever be free through your choice of listening platform. But if you do want to throw a couple bucks our way and get some extra content, we will be bringing some cool stuff your way. I feel like I should have written out more of what we're actually including on there. I have this planned out, I swear.
Yeah, we do. We do have it very planned out. We even have photos for the different tiers. And
I can say we have four different tiers,
mm-hmm.
And they're all kind of named after us a little bit. We'll have a Josephina's Journey. We'll have a trivia icon. I used a picture of icon in there because it was a really good picture. Hashtag Thinking Inverted, and then Inverted Unhinged with a lot of cool stuff. More videos. We have not done video connected to the podcast yet.
Yeah, I'm very excited for adding some video content and obviously some more one-on-one, not one-on-one, but us to listener engagement.
Yeah.
I think that'll be very fun.
More time with friends. We'll have a bunch of our friends on. Just talking coasters.
Yeah.
So we will announce more about that at a later date once I get it fully set up. That's the bigger thing. But it's in the works. And hopefully you guys will come join us on Patreon.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have another kind of announcement. We're talking about what's in the future of our personal projects, and this one kind of corresponds to both my personal projects and Inverted Creative. But I am starting a YouTube channel. I'm joining that content creator life. So I will be doing an Inverted Creative YouTube to really kind of do some more park vlogs. Because if you know me and Mike, we do very, very stupid trips often. If you listen to the podcast and listen to my recaps, we do some stupid things. And that will continue. We have many more plans for that. And then also when we do our honeymoon, of course, that's going to be very coaster centric, doing some very unique parks that I kind of want to share those adventures with people. So we'll have that YouTube channel. And then I'm also going to try to post podcast audio on there as well once I figure out how to do that. There's a way to link it. I don't know how. But if you prefer to listen on YouTube, we'll be able to do that soon.
Ooh.
So that'll be kind of my personal endeavor. I have a trailer that I'm working on that I'm going to drop at some point. I'm obsessed with it. I keep watching it.
That's so exciting.
I'm going to be very extra about my editing because that's just the kind of person that I am.
I was going to say, some of the videos that you've already put out, I have the YouTube channel, but you're a way better editor than I am. At least as far as with graphics and flashy things going off.
Yeah, I've done video editing for a very large chunk of my life, just always in the background. I started when I was in high school, just doing stupid Six Flags Over Georgia trips with some friends and making music videos out of it. And then doing a bunch of music videos for Buzz Bars as well. That's kind of how I really grew my skill. And I'm I really enjoy video editing. And I think it'll be something very different for me. I will be very much pushing myself out of my comfort zone. In the trailer, I even pulled a clip from our episode. Ironically, Bryant, when you were talking about how you prefer YouTube over podcasting, And I said something about I'm not comfortable in front of the camera, and that's kind of why I like podcasting as much as I do. But anyway, I pulled that clip, and so now I'm going to be YouTubing.
How about that?
Yeah,
going out of the comfort zone. I love
very much out of my comfort zone. The biggest part of it, honestly, I'm not particularly happy with how I look on camera, and I'm trying to ignore that fact. And I will be focusing more on filming my friends at first, but we'll see where it goes.
You will learn to accept it. I feel like, at least with me, it was like hearing the sound of my own voice, audio-wise. Like, that was the worst. And now I've learned to like, oh, it's whatever at this point.
Podcasting has helped me get used to my voice. I can listen to our episodes later on and not totally cringe.
There we go.
So it's just the being in front of the camera part that is very uncomfortable for me.
Well, I will say, and I genuinely mean this, like, I'm not just trying to like butter you up right now. The 3 or 4 videos you've been on with my channel, you've been great. And
I've
feel like
cringed at myself every single time.
Well, I on my end, it seemed very natural, which I'm sure you've said with me on the podcast, even though internally in the podcast, I'm like, I probably I'm rambling and muttering too much.
So it's funny that we're both kind of like switching.
Literally, though. Literally.
As you pull back from podcasting, I'm going into YouTube.
So true. My God. I'm very excited. I think you're going to kill it. I really do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I have a trip in our first stupid trip is in 2 days, so I will probably be filming that and kind of testing the waters and figuring out my style and all that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So there's a lot on the horizon for me. Plus, my full-time job, and also I help run a publishing company, and also I'm planning a wedding.
You're one-upping me. You have like 4 jobs to do now.
And not all of them pay. So it's like my full-time job is paying for the wedding. So
yeah, weddings are
money in, money out. I'm not good at doing nothing. I don't relax well. I don't sit and do nothing well. I like to create. So that's what I do in all
invertedly.
all aspects of my life is I like to create. Yes, invertedly. But yeah. So that is my life right now. And then I know you guys both have your own kind of creative outlets. If y'all want to talk about kind of what's on the horizon for yours.
You want to go first, Jen?
Yeah, I can. I don't have a plan.
There we go.
Welcome to like 2 very introverted, non ADHD individuals who have good plans. I'm fixating on film cameras at the moment. I just added 2 new film cameras to my collections. One is super cool. It's from 1971. It's an old boy, super cool, but it's really cool because the viewfinder is like on the top, so you look in on a screen. It's very cool. Also, it has this really cool. It was like now I'm really gonna get off the rails a little bit. Sorry, but this camera is really cool. It's like a tank. It's like 15 pounds, and it was apparently like the #1 camera used by photojournalists. And there's a really famous one that's in a museum because a journalist was wearing it, and he was, I don't know how I could say this on a podcast, but he was wearing it in a war. So I think that we could put together what happened. And the camera protected him and took it and still worked.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's insane. Oh my gosh.
Crazy. This thing is a tank. It's like 600 pounds. But yeah, and then I found a newer film camera that I'll play with a little bit. Super fun. So right now I'm really starting to dabble into like I think I'm starting to figure out why I really like film, and I have to give a shout out to Laurel because Laurel really inspired me to get into it. The way she talked about it and the way, like, it seemed fun, and then I quickly fell in love with it. But what I have found is, unlike digital and like video editing and things like that, in film, imperfection really is celebrated. So when the light does really weird things, when your shot isn't perfect, um, it's really celebrated in the film world. And sure, there's still bad photos, like you're still gonna get that, but for the most part, when you have weird things happen, it's cool. And the film just does such weird things. So I'm starting to really dabble with like new ways to make the film do weird things. So at Six Flags Great Adventure, I shot low light film and like low light, like at night, to see how those turned out. And I had some really cool like weird photos out of that. Um, and then there's also a practice called souping film. Souping film will like you essentially like soak the film in a bunch of different things after you shoot it, and there's a chemical reaction that happens with the film, so you never really know what the film's going to look like when it's developed. um, it can have like different colors, different patterns, specs on it. So it's a mystery. You shoot the film, you soup it, dry it out, and then develop it, and um, it just does really weird things. So my future projects as of right now are going to continue to focus on experimenting with film. Um, However, if anyone is also a film shooter and listening to this, you can't develop film soup. If you do film soup and look into it, you can't develop film soup at a normal lab. So please don't go drop off film soup at a lab. But yeah, that's my main project. And then generally at theme parks is always my main page where I just really like to share my adventures when I have them. So yeah.
I've been loving seeing the photos that you post.
Yeah, like it's not something I would have predicted, like say 6 months ago from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're starting to get to the point, like, it's so funny because it is such a new journey for me, but I really, like, went into this one a lot, but I'm finally getting to the point where, like, when I send off a roll of film, like, almost the entire roll of film is, like, good and usable photos. Which, like, the first 5 or 6 rolls of film were, like, maybe 3 are usable photos.
Well, that's growth right there. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the camera from 1971 is actually my first camera that does not have a light meter. So it's my first camera that I'm not going to have like guidance onto like what my settings should be. So it'll be really interesting trying to learn how to do that, especially without the instant feedback that you get from digital.
Mm-hmm.
True, very true.
Yeah, you have to like wait to figure it out. So
That's some extra pressure there. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have, by the time that this comes out, it'll be out, but I actually have another reel ready to drop that is my first film soup. I did not soup it myself. My first one I figured I would buy from someone who had souped. They do all of the souping themselves. And it just came back from the lab, and it also has a really, really special traveling coaster on it. So.
Talon is traveling these days? Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Man, I wish Talon was traveling these days. Could you imagine riding Talon at Dorney Park at Europa Park?
My God, you would go to heaven if that happened.
Yeah.
Well, follow Thrills on Film 2 on Instagram.
Yeah, generally analog technically, but also Thrills on Film 2.
Wait, did you change it or?
So when you click on the handle, it's generally analog, but when you click on it, it says Thrills on Film 2. I didn't want to lose the generally analog.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
Generally analog was just too good. But yeah, Thrills. I don't think I'll ever replace the Thrills on Film 2 from the actual profile. Yeah, I'm an extension of Thrills on Film.
Love it.
Well, I will definitely be linking all of these like social media endeavors in the episode description. So yeah, make sure to go follow Jen's analog photography page. Analog photography is not easy. I did some like 35 millimeter camera stuff in high school, and I was able to develop my own photos in the darkroom, which is a lot of fun. It is not easy, especially when you don't know what light settings to use.
I also feel like picking the right camera is really important because I did start with a point and shoot. Laurel uses a point and shoot 90% of the time. She does have other cameras that she's fantastic on, but she has like one of the best point and shoots that you could ever get. And I have a different version of her camera, and it was fine, but it really like I shoot on my main camera is a Minolta X700, and I went to professionals and I talked to them pretty thoroughly on like picking a first camera for a beginner, and it's such a good camera. I don't ever see myself upgrading. Like, had it not been the new one I got that I seeked out it's called a waist level viewfinder, so you look down at the camera. Had that not been like a completely different feature that I can't get on my X700, I would have never changed cameras. Like, fine, I feel like my X700 is so easy to use and it's so responsive. Sorry, this is just a love story now to my X700. Anyone that's looking to get into
Maybe just say yes.
film shooting, no, oh my god, no.
Sorry, you said the words. I had to.
But if anyone's looking to get into film camera and you can get your hands on a Minolta X700, I adore it. It's hands down. I don't think that anything will ever top it for me. I love that thing. So sorry, not to interrupt. I got on a little bit of a love story here. Don't say it. Don't do it.
You're passionate about what you're working on.
Yeah.
And
Taylor, the episode about Taylor Swift rankings, I will be on that one, FYI.
I will.
I need you to submit your rankings first, because if Love Story's on it, you're not on it.
It's in my top 25, yeah. For sure.
Then we can't do 25. We can't do anything that Love Story's going to be on it.
Maybe it's not anymore after the new album. I'll have to rethink it. Anyway.
And that could be a Patreon episode. Allison blindly listens to Taylor Swift albums that she hasn't listened to.
Blind rankings? We'll just give you like 10 random Taylor Swift songs?
Like a live listen kind of thing where I have not listened to the new album. I have not listened to Tortured Poets Department more than like hearing things on social media.
Okay.
I have not sat and listened to Taylor Swift album in a long time.
It's been a long time coming.
I assume that's another song.
Anyway, on my end, so I am currently, I hope everyone listening has tuned in. I'm in my first true series since my Coaster a Day challenge in 2023. I am ranking my top 100 roller coasters going day by day until the end of the year. I specifically started on September 23rd because that is when there was exactly 100 days left. And by the time you're listening to this, I think I'll be close to the 60s, if not already there. I can't math right now. But I'm enjoying it. They're very quick videos, 3 to 4 minute videos. Very, very consistent responses from the audience, which I very much appreciate. I'm having fun leaving little Easter eggs in every single video that's referencing tomorrow's video. My thumbnails are ridiculous. I have very, very deep references sometimes. I've
been trying to figure them out. Sometimes I can, sometimes I cannot.
I feel like it's so funny. Allison is just, never mind.
Like the, shout out Laurel again, the thumbnail for Magnum, I had the Titanic because it's sinking.
Makes sense.
And
that's incredible.
And I put a giant like trout or bass, whatever.
I understand that reference.
I didn't even see that thumbnail. I've seen a handful of the videos, but that I did not see that. That's incredible.
By the time, tomorrow's video. No, it was today's video. was Twister, and I had an upside down cow from the movie Twister. That's kind of silly crap I'm doing.
I love it.
And I also did want to shout out a kind of significant video that was not on my channel. We obviously, if you remember, we had Riley on. That's So Mid. We discussed the GeoGuessr tournament that he ran. That, again, I won. No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
But he got in contact with a real, actual pro GeoGuessr, also in Australia, named Zigzag. This guy, his name is Oscar. He's like a superstar in the GeoGuessr community, like celebrity even. Like he has, I think, 320,000 subs on YouTube, like huge deal. And I don't know how Riley got in contact with him, but he has a series where he tries to beat people at their hobby in GeoGuessr. So Riley asked both me and Taylor to compete against Zigzag in Roller Coaster and Amusement Park GeoGuessr. And we had such a good time. The video has been out for about 2 weeks now. I think by the time this comes out, it's got a crap ton of views. It's insane. It was awesome. Yeah, we had a really, really good time. And it was a really cool opportunity for me as well.
I love that there was one cut where of you just like shaking your head at something.
It's funny because he's legitimately a genius at geography. Yeah. So to see him like fumble like obvious, roller coaster locations was very entertaining.
How quickly he could like figure out a country or a city was incredible.
Yeah, those guys can look at like grass on the road and be able to pinpoint where they are. It's unbelievable. And
then like was it year round where it was like all US parks or something like that?
Yeah,
and then
the first like 5 or 6 were all North American. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's still like, I got Lost Island. Like you could not get more middle of nowhere than Lost Island, and he still said it was Iowa.
Yeah.
That's unreal. And Ahsoka turned me on as well. Yeah, no, that was a ton of fun. So huge thank you to Riley for thinking of me, and to Oscar for having me on.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable watch. I think me and Jack watched it over the weekend.
Very nice. Yeah, and it's funny because I think we each had one major flub. So Riley said like, "Oh, I think this is South America," and he picked Mexico because he thought Mexico was in South America. And then when I'm introducing myself, and like 10 comments mention this, I said, "I've been to a lot of countries. I've been to Japan, Europe, Colombia." I said that thing. I'm not going to say all like 12 countries in Europe that I've been. So all the comments are like, "Oh, stupid American, he thinks Europe's a country." I'm like, no, that's not what I meant.
No, it's like, no, I've just been all over Europe.
Places I've been. And I'm like, really? Did you watch the video? Do you really think I'm a dumb American that doesn't know geography? Like, really? And then Taylor. It's a little controversial, but he's a innocent flower. He got Iraq and saw Arabic and picked Israel. Only Taylor.
I love when Taylor is so like naive, because like knowing Taylor, you know that he's just so naive and he really doesn't know, but it's so funny.
He's awesome. Yeah, it was a great video. Check it out.
It's actually on my list to watch. I have not watched it yet, but I did know that came out, and I was like, I want to sit down and know that I'm going to pay attention to this the entire time.
It was a good time.
And then we'll do Coaster Madness again next year, I assume.
Yeah, that's gonna also sneak up really quickly, probably after we're 5 months away. No, less than 5 months away.
Yeah. Usually start planning for that in like January.
Yeah.
And it's
okay. Yep.
Almost November. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we got to start talking about that.
A little bit.
Maybe. Might help. It's fine.
Oh boy. So yeah, between the three of us, we have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
A lot that we're working on within the community.
Yeah.
But anyway, 1 year recap
Woohoo!
We got a lot.
Yeah.
27
Yeah.
episodes. Well, this is episode 27. We've kept our schedule.
We've had Ahsoka make appearances in like 25 of the episodes, maybe.
Something's been in more episodes than I have.
White
Well, I
babies?
mean, except for the episodes, there were a few episodes that Jen was in Europe and couldn't be with us.
Oh man, so maybe you only made it to like 22. That's okay. She's here now. She's like, please, do you want to say hi to the podcast? She said no.
Dip.
She said no.
Nemi's been on like 2, and he's kicked out of the room today because he's been an absolute terror lately.
Yeah, Ahsoka's just loud, so that's why she makes appearances.
Yeah, Nemi's been a troublemaker lately. He's still in his kitten. He's like 18 months old. He's still in a kitten face.
Yeah, so he'll make more appearances and give little meows to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you follow us on Instagram, because I've just sucked at posting anything on Twitter lately, X, Twitter, whatever it is. I've mostly been focusing on Instagram for the podcast, but I did put a few stories out for some episode or podcast superlatives, and we got actually a lot of feedback, and it was very, very interesting feedback. Like not 100% what I expected. To start out, I had asked our listeners what their favorite episode so far is. Do y'all have a favorite episode? I'm curious.
They're all my favorites. I can't
Oh.
choose.
That doesn't count.
I feel like I like the Europe recaps that we could all talk about, like some of those major parks.
Yeah.
Agreed. I agree. With that.
And then I also really like the Fantasialand recap or deep dive, and
Me
then
too.
and then the accessibility series. I think for me, those were some of my favorites.
Yeah.
I agree with the Europe recap for me. Yeah.
Those are, I think, our most listened to episodes are the trip recaps.
Love to hear it.
Yep, which is funny that like nobody mentioned that as their favorite episode. I think people just like hearing about other experiences at parks, I guess.
Yeah.
It was
Interesting.
everybody's second favorite episode, but because everybody liked it second, therefore.
I don't even know like what my favorite ones are. I did love the accessibility series. I know Nate was very informative. Talking to Richard was a really cool experience. I learned a lot that episode. Paint scheme or color schemes was just a unique one. Trip recaps, Fantasialand was especially fun for reasons. I don't know. I like them all. I've been re-listening to some from time to time.
The roast was fun.
Roast was fun.
No, Jen wasn't there, but
I know. I was like, I feel like there was someone who mentioned the roast, and
yeah.
I was like, I don't remember the roast, and and then I was like, that's the episode I missed.
That was the only episode that Mike has been on so far because he was our moderator. We learned that I'm very bad at doing roasts.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, come on, guys. I can't wait till someone has to go against me in a roast. I'm going to lose it. It's going to be so fun.
Somebody did a Solar Coaster posted, and we have a little host Q&A, and they asked, do you have any plans to do another top 15 roast this time with Jen?
I think that should be a Patreon episode.
Could be.
Then we...
Oh yeah, I definitely need. If I'm on a roast, I'm so sorry. Maybe we can try and do a PG version. I can't do a.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that, part of your appeal is if you're truly roasting, it cannot be PG.
Yeah, no, I would literally the amount of editing that Allison would have to do as I'm losing it is like.
And this is why it would be on Patreon.
Correct.
Yeah. So I don't have to edit.
I'm a really passionate person about my views and what I think is stupid, okay?
We'll see what we can do for that at some point. So let's see. From listeners, favorite episode so far, Solar Coaster did say top 15 roast was their favorite. Ethan took a similar approach to Bryant and said they are all great to listen to, tough to decide. That's a cop-out.
like picking your favorite child, you know?
Or your favorite Taylor Swift song.
I mean, I know that the answer to that, but you know, that's also
What
for the
is it?
Patreon. I can't reveal it yet.
Okay, fair enough. Chris Leonard said the park layouts episode.
Very
That
nice.
one was very like spur of the moment, and I had no idea what I was talking about. Maybe that's why people like that episode, because I didn't participate as much.
I gotta shout out. We gotta shout out Chris Leonard. He just ran the Chicago Marathon
Oh wow!
in just
Oh,
over
what?
3
That's
hours.
sick.
Just over 3 hours.
I
That's an
can't.
insane time. He is a maniac.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible! Congratulations.
Way to go, man!
He ran. So I made the joke while he was running. It's like, this was on last Sunday. Will there be a wait time at either Cedar Point or Epic that is longer than the time it took him to run a marathon? And sure enough, Ministry was posted at 210 minutes
God,
that same day. So in theory, he could have, oh, it's a 210-minute wait. I'm not riding. I'm going to go run a marathon. I'll wait for you at the exit.
That's actually wild.
26 miles around Epic Universe, just circles and circles around Celestial Park.
I was saying, you know, like Disney does, obviously, Jen knows, does Run Disney.
Yeah.
Now that they have, like, Epic not, like, connected to islands and studios, they could have, like, a half marathon at Universal, which would be kind of cool.
That'd be awesome. I've done a few Run Disney races.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You have.
3 technically.
Yeah.
4? I don't know. I've done a few.
But they got the land to do, like, a legit race if they wanted to. But anyway, I'm sidetracking.
All
Shout
good.
out, Chris. Like,
Way to
like,
go. That is an
stupid
incredible
talent.
achievement.
Yeah.
As someone who was originally going to train for a marathon and then I started inverted and then I didn't have time to train. So, whoops.
Oh well.
Now I just sit at my computer more every day instead of being active. Maybe one day. Braden said coaster paint schemes or the park layouts episode. That's 2 mentions of the park layouts.
Wow.
Very surprising to me, honestly. Hoppaman said airtime Mike episode. And that is not the last time airtime Mike will get some love. Lom said either the airtime Mike or Thrills on Film episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's an icon.
Yeah.
Anything he participates in, he's going to be a favorite.
Yeah, he's such a personality.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot of fun talking with him. We'll have to bring him back at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And then Sarah said the impact of music in theme parks.
Oh, that was a really
That
good
was a
one
good
too.
one, yeah.
It's a very early episode. That was just all me wanting to talk about Taryn.
See, I think, kind of to bring, circle back to my announcement, is I feel like I don't do really a lot of the extracurricular stuff at most parks other than coasters and like the dark rides. So when these topics came up, I was like, oh, Disney, Universal, every single time.
But like to be fair, they're masters at what they do.
There you go, yeah.
So we're going to be highlighting Disney and Universal a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like those are the only 2 parks where I do more than just, all right, cred run, and then film.
Come on, you've been to European parks now. You can't say
Good
that.
point. That's a good point.
Yeah,
I
like
need to go to them more now.
Fantasialand, Efteling, Europa Park.
Yeah, we'll I think Europa will definitely come up again on this podcast. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Cannot imagine why.
yeah. I like Europa Park.
Yeah, we know.
Now, the next section, I absolutely cannot pick a favorite.
Right.
It was
So our
favorite
next
interview,
question was-
guest, or 4th chair.
Yes.
Not playing favorites there.
We have had a lot of really cool people, ranging from friends to park professionals, which was absolutely kind of the goal of the podcast when we started. Have not gotten as many like professional interviews as I'd kind of intended, but you know, that's okay. We're working on it. And we know now that Bryant probably will not partake in those in the future.
Yeah, we do know that. Yep. Nope.
Which is, I mean, I definitely get anxiety with like the professional interviews because I don't want to. Oh, I almost cussed there. I don't want to mess anything up.
So close.
So close. I'm good at not. We've had just like such a range of people, all incredibly interesting and just great to talk to. So many different perspectives,
We really have, yeah.
which
And
was
a good variety of answers here from our listeners.
yeah. Our good friend Alex Bauer said Hawk Vandelay Coaster Madness.
I mean, I said I wasn't going to pick a favorite, but I'm a little biased towards Coaster Madness. And I'm just going to say I'm the one that picked Nathaniel to be the fourth chair for that episode. Maybe one of the best calls I've ever had in my life of like a good decision.
Did you know how much of like a Coaster Madness historian he was?
I knew he liked the tournament. I didn't realize he had all the stats to back it up. That's what blew me away.
Yeah. We will definitely have him back for the next Coaster
Yeah, I feel like he's just got to be our March Madness
Oh,
guest.
permanent.
He is. Nathaniel was insane on that episode.
Yeah. Blew my mind.
He had better bracketology than like the actual college basketball analysts for like those shows.
I also not to talk about Patreon ideas, but I feel like there really has to be a Nathaniel and me roast on Patreon with Allison, with one of you guys mediating.
Didn't we say something about y'all arguing about like Millennium Force?
Oh, Voyage. Oh yeah. It's really bad. Me and Nathaniel have almost like completely lost our friendship over our differences in Voyage. So like,
What differences? You haven't written it yet.
No.
Differences.
It has been, our group chat has almost fallen apart on more than one occasion
my
over
God.
me and Nathaniel fighting about Voyage.
Maybe we don't need that on Patreon.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
It might get a little too toxic.
Yeah, but Nathaniel's scared of me. Fun fact, guys. Nathaniel's really scared of me. He thinks that I'm a scary person. He's afraid I'll yell at him. So, I'll win.
I mean, fair. I'd like Jen's chances too, personally. She has slightly less brain damage than Nathaniel.
Yeah, essentially.
That Patreon's going to be an interesting place once we get that going. Solar Coaster said, I liked when your significant others came on. Mike was very happy to hear about this response. Has Megan made her podcast debut?
She's not.
Megan has not. We need to get Megan on, our queen.
Yeah, we'll get her on. We'll think of a good topic for her. Or we save it for the Patreon. Listen, we're doing a good job plugging this Patreon.
It doesn't even exist yet. We're
starting the hype train right now.
It is not public yet, but it will be.
Just to get ideas.
Content.
I for a second forgot Joey was on. That was a good episode.
He's been on. Well, he joined us for what, the color schemes episode?
Yeah, I think so.
And then he joined us for one of the episodes, but then he didn't join us for another, but made that really weird art next to me and made a
short. Oh yeah, to that episode. I forget which one it was, because that was when Gary was here too. Like Gary was in Cincinnati filming.
That's right.
And then he just kind of popped on for the podcast at one point.
Yeah.
What episode was that? I don't even remember.
Did it involve Brazil and pizza? Am I making that up?
Yeah, literally like the can coaster ball and Brazil and pizza.
Right.
It was like,
and I talked about making that the episode art.
Yeah, it was so funny. I think that was my favorite guest appearance when he showcased that piece of art, because what was that piece of art?
I don't remember what episode that was.
Yeah, we'll have to find it. It would have been when he was here in the States, so it would have been last
February. It was definitely color schemes. I remember him having a take about something.
Yeah, that was like when he was actually here.
Correct.
Yeah, he was like physically in person.
Or he was like actually like part of the episode, but there was... I don't even know.
We'll follow up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Chris shouted out Gina. Hell yes.
I
Yeah,
love
Gina
having
was
Gina
awesome.
on. She was kind of a bucket list guest for me to book. I say book. And yeah, I've gotten to see her in meet up with her in person in Kings Island when she was in the US.
Yeah, no, it looked like her U.S. trip was pretty successful.
Yeah.
Judging by her
Like,
Instagram, anyway.
doubled her coaster count or something
Yeah.
wild.
I know a few non-Americans that like just went buck wild in the U.S. this year, and like it's good. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yep. No, Gina was so sweet. Loved having her on.
Mm-hmm.
We still talk on Instagram all the time. Let's see. Braden said airtime Mike or that's so mid.
Yes. Yeah, Riley needs some shout outs. He was great.
Yeah, that was a fun episode. We made that time difference work somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I've now that I've done like 5 pieces of content with him at this point.
Yeah, that's true. You kind of know it's
His AM is RPM. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's honestly more difficult to get Europe than Australian.
Yeah, it's true.
And yeah, Mike, I hope you're listening because you're gonna get some serious love.
Yeah, there's multiple coming up. Gary started out and said me. Gary was our first official guest on the podcast.
Yes, he was. So forever have that claim. Go Mariners, Gary. How about the Mariners? Not to jinx you, but it's looking good right now, at least recording wise. Sorry.
He said, in all seriousness, Caitlin from Unleashed Access was a really neat guest to have.
Yeah, I think Caitlin was really fun, for sure.
Again, I love that whole accessibility series. Very eye-opening.
Yeah, I agree. I think the accessibility is just so important, and you don't realize how much it impacts the people and the guests in the park.
Mm-hmm.
So I really loved that series.
Yeah. I got to see Caitlin at Golden Ticket Awards at Carowinds briefly, so I kind of got to see some of that in action. It was cool. Learned a lot.
Yeah, and before we move on, I do just want to, for any of our listeners that don't know, Caitlin, her first service dog unfortunately suddenly passed away. So we're sending out all of our love to her. That's such a hard thing to have to go through, especially when he was so young. And if anyone has ever encountered Caitlin and Baymax at any point and has fun Baymax stories, he was a very special, very goofy dog. She is asking for people to share them. So if you're listening and you've met them and encountered them, any messages or stories she would really appreciate. So,
absolutely. No, we definitely send our love to her.
Yeah. Our animals are our family.
Awful.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. Next up, we're just going to have a series of Airtime Mike love. Hoppaman said Airtime Mike. Wom 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 said Mike or Riley. And Sarah said Laurel or Airtime Mike. And Mike shockingly did not say himself. He said all of them have been great.
I mean, technically he did say himself if he said all of them.
He is part of all of them.
Yeah, he falls into that.
That's very true. So it was a good mix of people on there.
Yeah, no, it's good to see. I love that. Love that.
It's always interesting to see kind of what people gravitate to on the episodes. All right, and then
every gift has been great. I feel like we should shout out everybody. I know Gabriel was our first professional interview. He was amazing.
Oh, I was thinking about him the other day. Look, they've been putting up some really good content at Sesame Place.
Oh yeah.
And I was just thinking about him. He was so fun to have on.
Shout out Sarah last episode, who had no idea what she was getting into going on an episode with us.
Yeah, Sarah did fantastic. Entering into the Thuzy world with not much prep.
Yeah.
is very fun. It's very funny.
I enjoyed the little like AKA on the episode art. We teach Sarah what credits and airtime are while recording.
That's incredible.
Yeah, very fun.
Then, of course, Nate is technically on twice.
Yep. Well,
Once
once he was
Yes,
the
once
fourth
as a
chair.
fourth chair.
Yeah. Very like I learned so much from the episode hearing about his brother.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that episode. And I loved hearing about like I don't know, it made me I learned so much from that episode, but also listening to Nate and like how they really benefit from the accessibility. Like it really makes a huge difference for him and his family, and like hearing how much his brother loves it and how it enables him to be able to do those things, or not enables him, but allows him to be able to do those things. Like I love that episode. I learned a lot and I really enjoyed the topic.
Yeah.
And then back in August, we had Mikhail on. And wait, hold on. He just finished talking about Fantasyland. Yeah. We love you, Mikhail. You're the man.
I will be seeing him next month, and I'm excited.
I will be seeing him next month too.
Jealous. I haven't seen him in years.
Huh. If nothing else, you'll see him hopefully
Oh, that's true. There we go.
in May.
It's gonna be Sorry. Anyway, also John Mike.
Yes.
We got everybody. Yes. Holiday World.
The one episode that me and John Mike had to hold down the fort.
Yep.
I need to have him on again. One of my best friends.
You guys have good chemistry.
Yeah. Did you listen to that episode?
Maybe I didn't. I don't know yet.
I don't know. Jen
Yeah,
probably
none of your
did.
business. No, yeah, I probably didn't. I don't know if you guys can hear Ahsoka munching on her treats, but this is what I have to do to get her to stop crying. I
Oh my
know you
God.
guys could hear her crying. I hope you all enjoyed Ahsoka crying. She was stuck behind a chair she can fit under.
Poor Ahsoka.
She was stuck. She was not stuck.
All right, the last question I posted on Instagram, I said, one moment on the podcast that sticks out most for you. Did not get a lot of responses to this, but I like the 2 responses that we did get. Solar Coaster said how the episodes get longer and longer.
Oh yeah, I remember this was going to be an hour long.
Yeah, we were like every episode
45
like
minutes.
around 45 minutes to an hour. I feel like that's a good one, and now we're up to like
This one will not be egregiously long. But
We're already over an hour.
that's why I said egregiously long. Not like Fantasyland that was almost 3 hours.
Oh God, I know. So true.
Where Allison was not on this planet and Bryant left early.
Yeah, that might have been a warning sign right there that maybe I wasn't long for as permanent host now. That specific episode, I was legit like I had woken up at like 4 a.m. and it was like 9:30.
Yeah. I had a bad day at work and was coping.
that was a long episode.
I don't expect us to have too many like that, but that's what Patreon's for. All that additional time and content will go to Patreon. I say that as if we're not going to have another 2.5 hour episode at some point, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I come back from the honeymoon.
Oh my God.
And then Braden said, anytime a good roast is thrown out.
Heck yeah.
Expect more. Expect more.
There was one episode that I started just with a roast of Jen. I don't even remember which episode. I think it was pretty early on.
Yeah, I can't remember the episode either.
I do remember doing that, though. It's always it's just fun to always roast Jen.
I like the episode where I roasted the voyage.
Was
it Coaster Madness where I was just like losing it the entire episode?
Probably. Yep. Also, I think Coaster Madness might have been the one that Gary and Joey were around for. Because Gary talked about Tyga. That was why he kind of came up. I remember we took like a little family photo of all of us because Megan was with you as well. Not on the episode, but she was with you. Joey was there. Gary was there. Mike came upstairs.
That's when I was in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I even had my surgery yet, but no, I think I was before my surgery. Yeah, I want to say that was the episode I revealed about my Achilles.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when you paid to upgrade your Wi-Fi, and so I Venmoed you like $6 to cover it.
Oh
I
my
wasn't
God.
going to make you pay for that.
Unbelievable.
It's a podcast expense. It's fine. So those are kind of our superlatives that we did for all the episodes. Love getting that feedback.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Very
Seriously.
interesting to me. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for listening to the podcast in general.
Yeah, thank you
I know I
guys.
said that already.
Love you all.
Next on the, or I guess it's kind of the final thing on the list that we have is I did a host Q&A. In that, I don't even remember what I said on Instagram.
Bring it.
I should plan ahead better. Basically, like, we've been in this a year, or it's been a year since we recorded our host Q&A episode originally, where it was a get to know your hosts. So everyone was asking just about us. That was our very first full episode, was getting to know us. And it's like, what do you want to know a year later that you don't know? So to start off, Ethan said, will Allison play the inverted creative theme song at her wedding? Short answer is probably not, but who knows?
You're not walking down the aisle to that? What the heck?
No, but I could tell you what I'm walking down the aisle to.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's not a secret?
I don't care.
Okay.
Is it real? When I say it, it won't be any kind of surprise whatsoever.
Energylandia?
Taryn.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it the second that
Yeah. The Ahsoka's like, yes, Taryn.
Yeah, that song is just, it fits the venue really well. And I'm very excited for it. I haven't figured out the timing of it because, of course, I got to figure out timing of things because that's my personality. There will be a lot of random coaster-related things at the wedding, and it will be very interesting.
It's a shame Taryn, I don't know if it made my top 100. We'll see.
I'm going to be so real. That's weird.
What if
Like,
Taryn doesn't make my top 100?
I feel like people are like, I don't know if it made my top 5. That's normal. Top 10? Okay. Top 100?
It better be. It was a milestone for you.
I already, it was a milestone for me. I already had Colorado Adventure on the list.
Yeah.
Did I like Colorado Adventure more than Taryn? It's a hell of a ride.
Keep listening to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, keep watching Brian's YouTube channel to find out.
Right, every day, baby.
But there will be a lot of coaster references at the wedding because, we kind of met through coasters. So I have thoughts. I'll say that. But no, I do not know if the theme song will be played. Probably not.
Lom Cubed asks, will you ever do a podcast park meetup? I don't know.
Jenna
The issue is all three of us live in very different parts of.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not. I feel like if we did, it would probably end up being in Florida.
Yeah, or like Hershey or something.
Oh, Hershey's a good middle ground.
Yeah.
Hershey's also a good option. Yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe. You never say never.
Yeah.
I see Kennywood too. I know Allison's like obsessed with that building in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I do really love the charm of Kennywood.
So that's
Kennywood's not difficult for me to get to.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good option.
It'll either be
Actually, hold
something
on.
like that or
You
Europa.
guys talk. I'm going to check something.
Oh boy.
Ahsoka, do you think we should go to Kennywood? Bark. That was terrible.
It was a huff.
Yeah, that was terrible. So not Kennywood. Do you think we should go to Florida? Bark.
No.
No.
No Florida.
Do you think we should go to Hershey Park? Bark.
Oh, a little more enthusiastic.
A little. What other suggestions do we have?
Europa Park.
Do you think we should go to Europa Park? Bark.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we should go
So,
What about Kings Island? Wait, what did she say? What was that?
Fantasyland?
Okay. All right.
wow. So the Red Sox play the Pirates the weekend of August 14th through the 16th
Next year?
next year. I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Just saying.
You can only go to part of the game.
No. Well, I mean, there's 3 of them, so I think I'll make one game work.
I can
Well,
go visit my building.
unfortunately, Ahsoka decided on Fantasia Land.
Damn,
And
Red Sox don't play in
How-
Germany next year.
How terrible for me.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to Fantasyland anytime soon. I know. I'm upset about that too.
We're very vocal tonight.
I have another big trip planned for next year, so I don't think I'm going to be doing any other Europe parks aside from those. We'll have to do a trip reveal for that once we figure everything out.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be fun. That would be fun.
Next on the list, Hopperman asked, does Jen officially live at Europa Park now?
I wish. I actually... It was very fun because my last day at Europa, I did not know was going to really be my last day at Europa. It ended up being my half day. My flight got canceled, so I had to move my flight up a day. So I had to be at the airport at like 5 or 6. So in the morning, I just like real quick packed, and then I was like, I feel like I thought I was going to have a whole day at Europa, so like let's go just cred run Europa Park. And it was raining, and that's exactly what we did, and we just cred run Europa Park. Which is kind of hard, honestly. Like, it's not normal to really cred run that park, but it was empty because of the rain. We got really lucky, but unfortunately, that was my last day, I think, at Europa Park until next year.
Wow.
So I'm very sad about it, actually. I really wanted to go back one more time, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I think that was my last time this year.
But next year.
But next year, I will be renewing my Europa Park pass. I actually also think it's safe to say that Europa Park at this point is my home park. I visited it way more than any park near me this year.
That's hilarious.
It is kind of funny. I've literally been to Europa Park at least 30 days.
Take that, James Larson. You're not the only American with a European park as your home park anymore.
Yeah, I was literally looking at I was looking at it, and I was like, even Hershey Park, I think I only have 4 or 5 days in this year. And I have 30 is a low number. I think I've been there more than that. I actually could probably look at how many reservations I have in my email.
Well, that's a good segue into Chris's question of, if you only had to ever visit one park for the rest of your life, which would it be?
That is a very easy answer for me.
Yeah, I think it's
Jen,
really...
I think we know your answer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a really close second, I think, would be Efteling.
I get it.
Yeah, so...
Can't relate yet.
Yeah. But yeah, Europa Park, then Efteling for me.
Fantasyland for me.
Yep. Oh, I actually... See, immediately I want to say Epcot. I just have such a love for that park. And then Guardians is there. But would I get sick of Guardians after a while? I also want to say Europa too. Because there's just so much to do there. And the vibes are great. It's Europa.
Answer
It's
your own
Europa.
Work through your own considerations.
Yeah, I know, right?
On the fly.
Because then Voltron's there, which is pretty good.
Okay.
I don't want to say how good. But.
Also, you just have such a good variety at Europa Park.
Oh,
You literally have anything that you could want at that park. Except if you want a B&M Hyper, I do not suggest that park. Definitely the weakest B&M Hyper.
Oh my god, so I was watching this Watch Mojo YouTube video. It came out a month ago. It was top 15 amusement parks or theme parks,
What?
or 20. I think it was 20, and they actually did a pretty decent job. They really did.
Hmm.
I was just so bummed though, because literally the only footage they showed of Europa was Silver Star.
No.
Why are you only showing Silver Star?
Why would you so? And that's not even like that's the worst themed area of the park. Like
The
it doesn't
worst.
even have a theme.
Yeah.
I was
Like
going to say, does it even have a theme?
what?
The parking lot. Like, so yeah, that was a bummer. And then they also didn't have Fantasialand in the list, which was a joke.
Yeah, that immediately disqualified that video.
Was Efteling there?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
definitely.
Okay. I'll take it.
I'll have to find that. Kind of curious now.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, no, they do okay for a GP. They really do. A few questionable decisions, but overall it was well done.
Was Knobles in there?
Knobles was not there, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. The list has a little more credibility now.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Gary, this one's for me.
Yep. He said, Bryant, best description of your feelings seeing the Yankees get decimated by Toronto.
Oh, it's anytime the Yankees are eliminated, it's phenomenal. And no, I'm not bitter. I know they beat the Red Sox. We won a wild card series. We had our best player out. We're on the rise anyway. It has now been 16 years since the Yankees have won the World Series, which for them is a lifetime. This is significant for fans of my age or younger, because I was 16 years old when the Red Sox first won the World Series in my lifetime. It's going to be 17 years next year for the Yankees. So Yankees fans that are my age or younger now have a longer World Series drought than Red Sox fans of the same age in their lifetime. And that makes me very happy. The Yankees, the last time the Yankees won the World Series, RMC was not a company yet. Or at least they didn't have any roller coasters out yet.
Jeez.
Look at that. Yeah.
I know nothing about baseball except that the Mariners are still in it because Gary has been very excited about it.
Go Mariners. Anybody but the Dodgers, please. Please.
I don't know enough about baseball to really have an opinion.
Well, you have 2 words to say?
Go Birds. Yeah.
Go Birds. They've lost
Go
2 in a
Birds.
row. Ooh. Anyway.
Sports.
Go Birds.
Lost to the Giants. You guys lost to these guys. Where's the pillow? I don't know where the pillow is. You lost to the Giants.
I just know that Joe Burrow is out, and
yeah,
that's all I know. We're lucky I even know that, to be fair.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I verified it with Mike. I'm like, he has turf toe, right? He's like, yeah. I learn things on Twitter.
Honestly, best place to learn.
I did randomly find my orders from Europa Park, my reservations, and I actually am at 31 days.
Oof. Wow. A whole month.
And that's just days that I had reservations and I entered the park. So, like, I did have a couple resort days. I did have a couple, I had at least one Rulantica day, but I thought it was higher than that, honestly. But I guess when you count in, like, the Netherlands and Disneyland Paris and week, next year I gotta go do more.
I think you have more visits to Europa Park than I have to Kings Island this year.
That's what I'm saying. I had a very valid question. It was like, I put it on my story and I was like, very valid question. Like, what do you consider your home park? And everyone was like, it's the closest park to you, which I do kind of get. But that would mean that Dutch Wonderland is my home park. And that's just, I haven't been there since I was like 10. So I think it's most visited.
I think that's fair.
I'm at 14 for Kings Island.
Yeah, and I'm at 31 for...
You might have been to Europa Park more this year than I've ever been to Six Flags New England. I don't know if I have 31 lifetime visits to Six Flags New England.
That's wild.
Pretty close, but...
Yeah, so I really... I really think that I can call it my home park.
I think so.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then Sarah has 3 different questions for us. They're all great. First one is, which roller coaster has the most sentimental value for you? For her, it's X2. Like, I have a few. That's basically what's your zero coaster. That's kind of the question
Yeah.
she's
I
asking.
don't know if I would consider my Zero Coaster my most sentimental. I consider my Zero Coaster Wildfire at Silver Dollar City, just because I have a love for that ride. That's not necessarily sentimentality, but I like fire, and it's just gorgeous right there, and it's a fun ride and smooth. But I don't know if it's necessarily sentimental to me. I mean, it is in
It
a way.
is. Yeah.
Maybe I'm.
See, for me, like,
Hmm.
I feel like I need to have like my Thuzy answer and then my like theme park fan answer. So as an enthusiast, it's Wicked Cyclone. Always will be. Ride that made me one. All time though, it has to be Big Thunder Mountain and Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
First credit. Technically my 500th credit in Japan. Yeah, it's an icon. Like, wouldn't be who I am today without Big Thunder Mountain.
Wasn't it your 365th review as well?
Correct. Yes, it was. That is true.
Yeah. For me, I have to give 3 answers, like, because I have 3 very valid ones. The first one is going to be kind of a hot take, but Medusa / Bizarro. Because that, I loved that coaster. Like, that coaster is really what I credit for, like, making me a Thuzy. I would go to Six Flags Great Adventure all the time, but, like, that was my coaster. I loved it. Then I have Super Duper Looper, because that was my first inversion. Really the first time that I did any big scary ride. And then lastly, Velocicoaster, because Velocicoaster was the first roller coaster that I got to experience like opening day hype for. And not only that, but that is where I found out that there was a whole entire community of roller coaster nerds and coaster clubs and people that actually went with friends and explored parks and stuff. And I met some people that I still consider some of my closest friends that day at that attraction. So I would not be on this podcast. I would not have met Bryant and Allison. Like, I would not have had any of that had it not been for Velocicoaster.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
For what it's worth, I don't think there's any hot takes in sentimentality.
No, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
I think I made up the rule of a zero coaster in that it's the one coaster nobody can give you crap for. You know, they're not allowed.
I can give myself crap for it. Like, why Medusa when El Toro is right there?
Fair.
Well, I mean, so my like answers for this question are both at Over Georgia, because I kind of credit 2 of them for starting me in this hobby. The first one was Ninja, / Blue Hawk now. You know, arguably not a good coaster, but it was seeing that coaster that made me want to learn about roller coasters. So I kind of count it as part of my origin story.
Oh.
And then Georgia Scorcher was my first actual roller coaster I rode. Not including like a mine train.
Okay, still that's a pretty big one or weird one for a first ride.
Listen, I put a lot of thought into it back then.
Yeah.
I learned about the hobby and kind of got into it before actually riding a roller coaster, which is odd.
Yeah.
I was able.
That's a little bit, but that it also makes sense for you.
Yeah, very much for me. So I was able to do research and kind of look at the park and figure out which one did I want to do to kind of conquer my fears.
Love that.
I put a lot of thought into it.
So you're gonna say Great American Scream Machine since you wrote it 5 million times.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
I do have a love for that ride. Love-hate relationship.
Love, yeah.
When they put the old Cyclone trains on there, it ruined it.
Rip.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a really good question. I liked this question.
Yeah. Well, next one on her list says, which park has your opinion changed the most on over time?
Now, I haven't really been to a lot of parks multiple times to have this a true answer, but I actually think I came up with a good one, and it's two of them. And the fact that King's Dominion and Busch Gardens Williamsburg, I think when my first trip in 2019, I would have easily said Busch Gardens Williamsburg is a better park. And I think since then it's gone the other way.
Yeah.
Where every time I go to King's Dominion, I have just such a great time. Very underrated lineup, a very underrated, like legit beautiful park. And Busch Gardens, I still love, but there's a lot of frustration that comes with that park as well.
Yeah. I have a couple answers, but for me, the first one that came to mind was Busch Gardens Tampa.
Okay.
Ooh,
So it's very interesting that you talk about Busch Gardens Williamsburg, because Busch Gardens Tampa at one point was probably one of my favorite parks in the country. And they have tanked. Yeah, I don't even want to go there anymore. I actually have only been there twice in the past year and a half because both experiences have been so bad. So,
Yeah, I haven't been in 2.5 years at this point. I believe I'm going in January, so I'm weirdly dreading it. So I have not heard good stories lately.
yeah, it's really unfortunate because the parks are beautiful and the lineup is amazing. And to just watch those parks tank like that is heartbreaking. It's really unfortunate. I really hope that they like take a step back and just like take a look at the guest experience and try again.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I truly hope. Yeah, so it's funny you bring up Williamsburg because the first that came to mind for me was Tampa.
What's the guy's name? No, never mind. We don't do that in this podcast.
No. I need to go back to Tampa for one very specific reason, and I don't particularly want to go back, but reason being, Phoenix Rising is the last B&M I need in the U.S.
Ooh.
Oh,
Actually,
I didn't realize you didn't have Phoenix Rising.
Yeah. See, it is the only one in North America I don't have, and we already have plans to go to Texas next year. So
crazy.
Both areas of Texas, now that I think about it. So
crazy. I take a couple shots in the parking lot. It makes the experience better.
Noted.
On the opposite note, I had two that came to mind that changed positively for me. The first being Dorney Park. When I first went to Dorney Park, I really did not like it. I thought it had nothing special, which I hear a lot. A lot of people feel like it is very random with the placement of rides, things like that. But I think it just takes you a couple visits to really realize the charm that park has from the years and years that it's been there, and their appreciation for old attractions. Like, they're the only one in the country that still has a first generation free fall, and they're taking beautiful care of it. The creek running through the park is beautiful. The trout like tributes throughout the park. It took me a really long time to, not a really long, it took me at least a couple visits to really start to realize how charming that park was. And then once I realized how charming that park was, I obviously really started to enjoy it. And then my other one is Cedar Point for the same reason. I really thought Cedar Point was overhyped and just like a collection of junk for a really long time. And it took me a while to catch on to that charm. I still have a little bit of beef with Cedar Point here and there, but it has grown on me.
That's true. I remember obviously you had your quote traumatic experience when you were younger, so I'm glad it's grown for you.
That one's grown for me a lot.
I'm still sitting here trying to think of mine. I think I have answers. one positive and one negative, I guess. Six Flags Great Adventure, my very first visit there, had a fantastic day. It
Yes,
was
you
very
did.
enjoyable. Was that the same day that you were there?
If that was your first time, then yes.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, obviously, we've seen kind of things that have been happening at Great Adventure lately, and it's just it is not the same anymore.
Yeah, I thought of Great Adventure instantly too, but I do feel like, and I know I mentioned this earlier in the episode, I grew up in that park, and I feel like that park was fantastic. I was so lucky. I was so lucky to have that park as a home park in the time that I had it. And this year it's having a really bad year.
Mm-hmm.
But cosmetically, it looks fantastic. The food is fantastic. I feel like, as upset as I am that those attractions were taken out and there weren't replacements, I have hope that it's going to bounce back. Like, I have hope that it's for a good reason, seeing how they're caring for the park after removing those attractions.
I mean, I always have hope that parks will improve. Yeah, we had a rough visit whenever we were there. I guess opening weekend.
Oh
Yeah, I will say opening weekend at that park is always a terrible time to go. Unfortunately.
Yeah, had a rough experience with food, but
Yeah.
I mean, we went since then, and we were there very shortly, and it was. I think rides kept breaking down on us still.
Yeah.
But and then in terms of changing in a positive direction, honestly, I thought of Kings Island because my first time there, I know I rode Vortex that first time, and that was an experience. I was with someone who just was not a fan of Cincinnati in general, and I think that kind of detracted from it. But now that it's my home park, I've really been seeing it for all the charm that it has, mostly, except in Vertigo.
First ride after you're married in Vertigo.
No, I can actually tell you. I mean, I know oh crap, we are going to Kings Island actually right after.
Uh-huh.
Well, if it's even still there, TBD.
Ooh.
No, I don't know anything, but it does not look
inside sources from Allison. Ooh,
absolutely not. Aside from just pictures that we have taken in front of it where they pulled the train off, and I don't know. I'm not optimistic it'll return, and I really don't care if it does. So
no, same. Although it is the one credit Jen doesn't have at Kings Island.
It is. Oh well, I'll live.
Well, if it's still around next year,
yeah,
we'll get you on it.
I do have one more that I feel like may open up a little bit of a discussion. So, because I don't know, but I feel like the Disney parks, my experiences at the Disney parks used to be incredible every single time. Fantastic. Cast members were incredible. The way that the park cared about you, surprised you, the quality of the rides, the cleanliness, it was unmatched. And I just feel like the last 5 or 6 years, it's just slowly not doing that anymore. They're just taking away more and more, and they're caring less about cleanliness in the park, and they're the cast members are very unhappy. Some are very happy. I've still had some great experiences, but I've had a lot of negative experiences with cast members in the past 4 or 5 years. Which is really unfortunate. But
very, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the Disney parks have really went downhill. And actually, I'm going to highlight this random article. Have you guys seen my tweet? I retweeted this.
Oh, about Europa?
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a man on X/Twitter that did a whole entire deep dive into the Disney difference and how Europa Park has silently conquered that Disney difference, and at this point has overtaken Disney. Very interesting read. I highly suggest you guys go to read it. He does very in-depth investigation. He has charts. He has like, it is really well thought out, and it really highlights Disney's experience going down, which is, it's unfortunate. It's like not something that I want to say because I love those parks, but I do truly feel that my experiences there in the past have just been significantly better.
I don't disagree with you.
Nope. For sure not.
And it's just getting more and more expensive, and I don't know when I'll be able to go ride Guardians. And
Yeah, it's like, and that's the whole thing. It's like, if it was, I would feel a little bit better if it was raising in price, because I definitely understand those parks are crowded.
Mhm.
They should open another park. That's besides the point. That's a whole different conversation. But if they're not going to, there needs to be some type of crowd control, and if that's how they have to do it, that's how they have to do it. But raising the prices like that to where now it's potentially over $200 for a day, while also not employing as many cast members, so the parks are messier, the ops have less people, like the guest experience tanking as those prices go up is like insulting.
Could not agree more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so, well, I'm glad that we had like an agreement on that one. I wasn't sure if it was going to open up a can of worms.
No. I mean, I don't think that's that hot of a take.
Yeah, it's,
We'll see. Hopefully, some of their new additions hit and they go back the other way.
yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't, even if the new additions hit, I think that losing the charm of non-IP is
Yeah,
also a giant hit on the experience.
that's fair.
Yeah.
So I think non-IP is so important. Look at Europa Park.
Seriously.
It all comes back to Europa Park.
Yeah, it all comes back to Europa Park. Look at Fantasia Land. They don't have a single IP, or I guess Crazy Bats is technically an IP, but like,
It's still your glasses, so you know.
it's still my glasses. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I just feel like some of the best parks that are like or theme parks, not amusement parks, don't rely on IP. So watching that park start to rely on IP so heavily is,
Do not
Yeah.
disagree at all.
All right, Jen, do you want to read her last question?
yeah. I think I remember Brian and Jen went to the Eras tour. What were your surprise songs?
We did go to the Eras tour. Do you remember, Jen? I know.
Oh, I do. I don't know if I remember the order and which ones were mashed. I do at least remember two.
Okay.
The Last Great American Dynasty, because I remember I cried. I
Yep.
was so excited it was brought back into the show. Dear Reader.
Okay. Those weren't mashed, but
Yeah, I thought that
That's
they were
correct.
different. It was one of the Ed Sheeran songs, wasn't it?
Run. Yeah, so it was the
Run.
Last Great American Dynasty and Run.
And then Dear Reader. Can I have an album clue?
It was from Red. It was
Stay.
No, I believe it was definitely a collaboration with another artist.
That's what I thought. Wait, hold on. It was Dear Reader and
Has a alliterative title.
I can hear the man singing, right? A man?
Nope, it's not a man.
Oh no. Maybe I'm thinking the Ed. I don't know. I don't remember.
Nothing new.
Nothing new.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, some fun facts. That was the only time she ever sang Run on the entire tour. So every time I do very much like that song. So every time Run comes on my iTunes, Mike, she only sang that one time, and we were 50 feet away from her. So,
Yeah.
whatever the distance was. Yeah, no, the Last Great American Dynasty Run mashup was phenomenal. And
Yeah.
Well, me personally, nothing new, Dear Reader, not as much, but
Yeah, that one didn't hit as much, but I do really like the song Dear Reader, but she changed the rhythm
yeah,
to make it mash better, which is like amazing, but for me it like broke my brain. I like could not even process what song it was. I knew all the lyrics and I was like speaking the lyrics, but I was like, I cannot put this together.
yeah.
It was very funny. It was a really weird time in my mind. So
What a night! It was a blur.
yeah, that was a fantastic night. Yeah, I remember the last Great American Dynasty. I really had a feeling. We had talked about it before the show, and I had a very large feeling that we were going to get that song, or at least it was a very large hope because I was so sad that it wasn't on the set list anymore.
First time she brought it back.
And the moment she even announced it with like, this is the first time technically that I'm going to do this as a surprise song on the tour, and I immediately was like, oh no, we're getting it.
I knew it was either that or the one because it was Folklore's anniversary.
Yeah.
That day, so I was very happy because I have a little the last Great American Dynasty is Better House in Rhode Island, so and I grew up right near Rhode Island, so there was always a little attachment to that song too. So
it's so good.
Anyway, 1 year, guys. Who would have thought?
I thought, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like we all hoped.
I'm still very appreciative of y'all for joining me on this journey.
And I appreciate y'all for taking me in. I was an orphan.
And thank you guys again for your understanding of my little decision here. I'll see you guys in about a year. No, I'm only kidding. Take a whole year off.
Please no.
No.
Yeah, no. We have Coaster Madness.
Too much Patreon stuff to do.
Oh yeah. I need someone to help me rein Jen in from time to time.
No, never.
No. She doesn't need to be reined in.
She brings the chaos for sure.
Yeah, the more chaos, the more entertaining I am.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we will continue to plug the Patreon whenever we get that going. For your entertainment.
It'll be fun, guys. We're going to do... Yeah. We have some really fun ideas. I'm actually really excited, especially for our Unhinged tier. I'm very excited for our ideas that we have discussed.
I already know the very first video that will be posted on there.
I don't know.
Well, Jen?
Well, this brings us to the end of the episode. I thought you were going to say something else. I got so confused. This brings us to the end of the episode, guys.
It was a fun one.
It was good. It was good looking.
I was just about to say that. Took the words out of my mouth.
Oops.
It's very nostalgic. For,
a good year.
1 year. Well, hashtag keep thinking inverted. And hashtag we'll miss you, Bryant, when you're not with us.
I'll miss you guys too.
But you will be around.
I'll be around. I'm always
We'll have some fun stuff going on.
Especially this winter. I don't really do much in the winter. Well, I got the Coast Cruise. But other than that, not too much. Yeah.
Yep. Hashtag join the Patreon when we
yes.
release that. And keep an eye out for the YouTube channel. And go follow at Coaster365 and Generally Analog. And those will all be linked anyway. But
yeah.
Yes. Support your community creators.
Love it.
Yeah. So, thank you all for one fantastic year. And we will see you next time.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.